Welcome back to Sci-Fi Explained. I'm Howard, and today we're going to break down the initial trailer for Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, scheduled for release in April of 2024, starring Rebecca Hall, Brian Tyree Henry, and Kaylee Hoddle, who are all returning along with newcomer Dan Stevens. We start out with lingering smoke on the WB logo, with the blue and red colors shining through for Godzilla and Kong respectively. Though as you're about to see, that blue color might as well be pink for this installment. The first footage shows us some kind of seismic device picking up tremors or some kind of movement, likely from down below in the hollow Earth, the fantastic world under the Earth's crust. Two helicopters are then seen approaching what I think could be a Monarch Titan containment site, though with the circular water seen on the coastline, it may be a portal to the hollow Earth, like the one seen before in Godzilla vs. Kong. We are then shown a group of pyramids in Egypt that start to rumble and shake, revealing an opening portal, and we see Kong's hand reach out to pull himself up, while wearing some kind of new gauntlet or power glove. Now we do see Kong later in the trailer with his axe, but in other shots it's replaced with this glove. Maybe he loses an initial fight where his arm is damaged, and that axe may even get destroyed, leaving Monarch to build him this cast/new weapon. We then see a flock of flying creatures as the camera twists, revealing that they are in the hollow Earth. These could be leafwings from Skull Island, but I can't tell, they could also be something new. Down below them is a herd of two-legged running creatures that are either chasing or running with Kong as he escapes from something off-screen while in full stride. Meanwhile, a small aircraft, possibly a new take on the Heath ship, designed to resemble an insect, buzzes up behind the Ape Titan. A scene similar to the one in GVK where Kong leads the team down into the hollow Earth. He's been working with Monarch for a while now, so this could be the case here. The small craft then opens up a door to the jungle-like environment in the hollow Earth, and we see Bernie Hayes and Eileen Andrews, who's now sporting a shorter cut, along with Dan Stevens, who director Adam Wingard worked with on 2014's The Guest, while also telling IGN that Dan has the most fun character in the entire Monsterverse in some ways. Eileen then says in voiceover that this world has more secrets than we can possibly imagine. I believe this is in reference to the working title of the film used in production, Origins, and the synopsis mentioning that the film would delve further into the histories of these titans, their origins, and the mysteries of Skull Island and beyond. So that jungle area that we just saw could be Skull Island, though it was flooded and destroyed for the most part in GVK. Another secret is likely this new pink energy. The blue-colored power source found here was enough to breathe life into Mecha Godzilla. So who knows what kind of power this variant holds. We then see Kong in a cloud or fog holding up his axe to prepare for the shadow of what looks to be a huge Titan foe. Though as it approaches, a small ape appears before him. And I just love the gentle sound that Kong makes when he sees that it's a child, as the little one makes a scared but hopeful sound. Godzilla's not the only one with an updated look here. Kong's got a darker tone to his fur, a bigger beard, and a thick mat of shoulder hair, which all give him a more grizzled look. Early on when the film was announced, Adam Wingard said that the name for it being thrown around at the time was Son of Kong, referring to the sequel to King Kong from 1933 that featured his son, Kiko. And this is what that must have been in reference to, with Kong finally encountering another ape-like titan. But there is another, and I'll note that this little one looks to me like it could actually be the son of one of our new antagonists that we'll see here in a moment. Which brings us to the marks of the Scar King, an orangutan-based titan with his enormous bloody handprints. Prints like the one seen on the Hollow Earth Temple in GVK. Eileen then tells Dan,
"That's not Kong."
And if we look near the bloody handprints, we see that they are on a cliffside with a man-made modern structure built into the top. So far the only people that we know of that are down here is Monarch, so it's possible that the Scar King attacks, seeing them as intruders into his territory. Kong, seen here with his axe, slides down into a chasm surrounded by that blue energy source. And as he gets to the bottom, we see what may be the work of the Scar King, with 8 Titan skeletons littering the ground, calling back to the teaser that had him sitting on a throne, surrounded by the remains of relatives of both Kong and the Big G. We then have this amazing shot of an open space, packed full of ape titans, with lava waterfalls in the backdrop. But I want to take a second to focus on something that is easily missed here in this shot. If these are all grown ape titans, then what could these bones belong to? They look like tusks or more likely ribcage bones, but they are enormous, like 20 times bigger than the monsters in this shot. And looking on is the Scar King, possibly as he addresses this group, while the words "Witness the Rise" flash on screen. This, I believe, is referencing the film's title, The New Empire, which was noted by Wingard in an interview with IGN, is about the union of Godzilla and Kong fighting as a team. Though the trailer almost leads you to believe that it could also be about the Scar King gathering the other 8 titans, but he could also be killing them off, creating that graveyard we saw before. Above, but still inside the Hollow Earth, we see a new dog or wolf-like creature as part of a herd running with or chasing Kong as he jumps a huge gap, taking advantage of the area's gravitational anomalies. We then see a woman who is from one of the human tribes that still inhabit the Hollow Earth, and what looks to be some kind of ceremonial clothing. It's aglow with gold with intricate scales and bead workings. And she's approaching some kind of statue or symbolism, possibly carved in the stone, and it's all surrounded by this new powerful pink glowing energy that will be key in Godzilla's next stage. There are more in her group, all in a similar dress. There are pyramid structures around them, and they seem to be focused on Bernie and Dan, who are standing on a platform in the middle. Behind them is a massive staircase and an even stronger glowing power source that I think at this time is buried in ice. Some kind of Titan claw smashes down into the street here in Brazil. As for what Titan this could be, I gotta see more to be sure. I mean, it could be Scylla or something like it, but I gotta see more than just a claw to make that call. Gia is now seen ascending the stairs, approaching that pink light, reaching out her hand. And the next line heard says, "He won't be alone." This is referring to Kong, so this could be Gia going to wake up Godzilla to help out her friend, as she did with Kong, convincing him to help Godzilla defeat Mecha G. And then we have the big reveal. Godzilla, resting in ice, getting his new pink power-up. He bursts free, and we get to see this next evolution, one that was teased with a Playmate toy leak called Godzilla Evolved. He charges up with his new power, and everything that was glowing blue before is now this amazing hot pink, even the gills on his neck. Yet he's had more changes than just a color palette update. If we look at his spines, they now have more of a crystal look to them, matching up with the crystal seen in the trailer and the ones on the Playmates toy packaging. I can't help but wonder if this new pink flare is Legendary's homage to the red phases from Godzilla's past, where he would often go into a new stage, allowing him to unleash powerful red beams, with pink possibly being a modern take on that. While at the same time, the new pink crystal-like spikes could also be a throwback to the ones seen on the Millennium Gs from 2000 and versus Megaguirus, where they had wild, large spines with a purple and pink coloration. But the Scar King looks to be the current champion and ruler of the Hollow Earth, and he might have followers, though I should note Adam Wingard did say that we may get a look at the ancient Titan Wars, where Kong's kind fought and drove off Godzilla's kind to the surface, so this could be a flashback. The Scar King slams down amongst the others, wearing the bones of some Titan around his chest like a bandolier or some unseen weapon, roaring to claim dominance within the group, with the scream continuing on as we see him now up on the surface, standing over a bunch of unlucky beachgoers. The Monarch streaming series gave us that amazing shot where the camera flies up Godzilla's tail and above his back, and GXK tries their own take on that shot here, with the hot pink Big G, as Kong roars, and Godzilla gives us a taste of his new atomic blast. And then we get the money shot, the scene that still gives me chills, seeing the upgraded Big G, nimble as ever, as he blasts up out of the ground and starts running at the camera, along with Kong wielding that yellow gauntlet as the two head off into battle. It is absolutely glorious. The title zooms into the screen as we get one last look at Mini Kong. Now guys, this one blew me away. I was not expecting to be this excited for this trailer. And I'm not one of those fans that likes the Monsterverse over the Toho stuff or vice versa. I love all of it, but I have to admit I've been waiting for over 40 years for another serious, scary Godzilla film, and we finally got that with -1, an amazing film. But as a kid that grew up with the Showa era stuff, this scene right here has me hyped and ready for the new Empire. Now I can't end this without bringing up some spoiler material that's been going around the internet for a long time now, so tune out if you want, but you've likely already heard about it, and it's that there may be another Titan to worry about in the movie. Shimu is a Titan that was teased in a cave painting in Call of Duty, and leaks have it showing up as the oldest and first Titan. I won't comment on that, but I will say that Shimu's design does have it with crystals on its back, and they are everywhere in the new Empire. There's also this strange Titan call at the end of the trailer that doesn't sound like Godzilla, Kong, or the Scar King, so it could be Shimu. Adam Wingard also told IGN that the Scar King would be a match for Kong and Godzilla, and that there's a lot more to him in how he's a threat, so maybe he can control Shimu or other Titans. I also hope that Mini Kong, who looks like the Scar King, isn't his son that is adopted by Kong after his dad is killed. We've already seen that idea used in other films, like Thor, Love and Thunder. But even if it is the case, this still looks like a movie that I can't wait to see. So what are your thoughts on the new trailer? Let's discuss down in the comments. And as always, take care, and thanks for watching.